Have you ever been to a volcano when it was erupting?
You're now listening to Super Hoopers.
They're a bunch of guys who ain't never played the game.
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
We just won a fucking war.
That's what you say, bro.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about Super
Welcome to Super Hoopers, an inconsequential discussion of the week's NBA news. Follow us on Instagram at the Super Hoopers. Check us out, John.
Ooh,
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, I'm the host, Matt Hill. With me, as always, my brother basketball, John Hill. Yeah, check us out. Get on the Instagram. Our boy Dave Feudernick, little incel boy, is he's killing it. He's crushing it.
Director of social media.
Yeah, director of social media.
Yeah.
But that's how he comes on every other week. You know, maybe if he steps it up, we'll
maybe
invite
if he
him on.
was president of social media.
Then he could be on every week.
Yeah, he's just the director. He's
This
not the
week we're
producer.
talking a bunch of different topics, early NBA news. We could talk a lot about Markelle Fultz, what's going on there, the Suns. We're having our favorite podcaster, Joe Borelli, on with us. He's going to be joining us
on
in
the
a second.
Superflight.
Yeah, from the Superflight.
He stole our name.
Yeah, exactly. He totally stole Super from us. We were the first thing to ever use Super as a prefix.
Yep, no one's ever done it.
John, do you want to tell me about what the hell's going on with Markelle Fultz before we start? The number one pick.
I know.
Can you explain this to me? Because, as a non-Sixers fan, nothing makes sense to me.
No, because nothing makes sense.
So let me just tell you what I know.
Okay, tell me what you know.
He came into the season with a totally reworked, ugly, messed up shot that he's afraid to shoot. He is overweight. No, just kidding. He's a round face.
He is a round face. Round face.
He doesn't know how many teams are in the league.
Nope. That's a hard one.
No, but he's got this weird jump shot that he's afraid to use. There also may be a shoulder injury.
The shoulder injury is real.
Okay, he has a shoulder injury.
Yes.
It's unclear whether the shoulder injury was caused by the weird shooting motion, or it's unclear which came first. Did he change his shooting motion to accommodate the shoulder, or vice versa?
Yes.
Okay. And then this week, Brian Colangelo came out, the GM of the Sixers, came out and threw Markelle Fultz under the bus.
A little, yes.
Said that, I don't know what he said, but it came out, the agent came out and said he got fluid drained, but then corrected himself and said, no, he didn't get fluid drained. He got a cortisone shot.
So he put fluid in.
So fluid went in.
So just a little mess up. Go ahead and call Woj and
yeah. So first of all, his agent is clearly a moron. Okay, because
absolute moron.
Okay, let's just think you're a sports agent. All right,
Yep.
You're a star NBA agent.
Yep.
You represent the number one pick.
Yep.
This is one of your best clients. All right.
No, I looked him up.
No,
this is his own. He's got Zach Randolph on the last year of his deal.
Okay, all right,
and then
great.
he has a bunch of guys that aren't going to be in the league at the end of the year.
So
Yeah,
this
he's got
is his
6
prize
clients.
prospect.
Yes. But
I would assume you would know the difference between a cortisone shot and, I mean, you should be with this guy at all times.
Absolutely.
And you should know the difference. Second of all, the agent said that Markelle Fultz literally can't raise his hands above his head when there is video evidence of him doing this all the time. So the agent is so dumb that he doesn't know the difference between a cortisone shot and fluid draining, and also doesn't know the definition of the word literally.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I know.
That's a lot of it.
Okay.
That is kind of what's out there in the public world. There's a couple other ththings that are, to me, that are very interesting.
Okay.
And the problem is no one's actually thinking it through.
Yeah, so
right?
I don't understand. I don't understand why Markelle Fultz would change his jump shot. So the thing was, he was a good shooter. I mean, he wasn't a great shooter. He was a 65% free throw shooter in college.
But he was probably his jump shot was great.
His hezzy pull-up Jimbo was great.
His hezzy pull-up Jimbo, for all you real hoopers.
So
he shot 40% from 3 on a lot of volume.
Okay, so why does he change it?
Why doesn't he know how many NBA teams there are?
So he just goes rogue.
He goes rogue.
So many things don't make sense. He goes rogue, changes his shot, makes it worse. Maybe he does it because of shoulder injury, although it doesn't make sense because his shoulder looks fine for most of the summer. As John found some Zapruder film.
Yes. So this film, and I had to hat tip Spike Eskin because he posted it and called it the Zapruder film. But it is a video of Markelle Fultz at Cherry Hill High School giving some kind of demonstration to kids. And in it, right? Because
he has his shirt off the whole time.
The whole
so
time.
I don't know about
good.
his role model abilities.
Okay, so to back up a little on the timeline, right? He plays college. He's fine. He plays summer league. He's fine.
Well, he didn't look that good, but all right.
When I say fine, his jump shot looked like the jump shot.
Right.
It's the jump shot. It's fine. Then comes training camp and preseason, and that's when it looks bad, right? And that's around October, and that's when his shoulder starts hurting.
Right.
So what happened in between that time?
I don't know.
Because you disappear. You know, players disappear from summer league.
He disappeared to the big Chick-fil-A in the sky. I don't know. Where'd he go?
So then
Markelle, wherefore art thou?
So they found this clip, right?
Uh-huh.
Of him at Cherry Hill High School giving a little demonstration.
So
this is
Markelle
September.
Fultz spent the off season at high schools.
At a high school.
Just hollering at teenagers. Okay,
Yep.
all right.
So this is September 16th when it was posted, so it probably happened a little before.
Uh-huh.
But
Ooh.
in this footage,
Nice detective work there.
He has the busted jump shot, right?
Uh-huh.
Because his new jump shot kind of starts by his shoulder and he does
This is the earliest scene.
This is the earliest
This is the
scene.
earliest sighting of the busted jump shot
Yep.
in the wild.
right? Not only that, but he is windmill dunking, right?
Uh-huh.
You saw him dunk. I have a
Windmill
photo.
dunk in the video, right?
Yep, he looks 100%.
He does a granny shot too, so maybe he did.
But
it's a backwards granny shot.
It's a backwards granny shot from half court. He does it for the kids. But it is very, very clear that his shoulder is fine.
Right.
So
He also says, "My shoulder's fine, everybody." He announces that.
he actually
to the
announces
I don't know. It's
that.
kind of weird. I don't
it
know
was
why
kind
he
of a
said that.
weird
Yeah,
thing
it's
to
kind of a
say
weird
for
thing
the
to say.
kids.
But
But he announced
no,
it.
he didn't
So-
say that. All right, yeah.
So then back to what you were saying earlier, after his agent came out, his trainer, Keith Williams, comes out.
Uh-huh.
And what's the word?
Corroborates.
Corroborates?
Corroborates. That's a word.
Wow, you're supposed to help me out.
Corroborates. That's a word, right? Corroborates.
Is it? No, it's not corroborates.
Well, I mean, maybe you don't pronounce it with such panache, but but it's corroborates.
Our listeners are like, how are these two fucking idiots don't know how to say
These guys talk on
These
a
guys
podcast. What?
You have a PhD.
They listen to themselves
You have
talk
a
and say, "We
PhD.
need to talk and put it out publicly."
Yeah, this is what we should be doing with our free time.
Okay,
Instead of hanging out
what's
with your
going on?
baby.
John,
Okay,
back to the
But
thing.
then here's the thing. This guy, Keith Williams,
Uh-huh.
his whole claim is, I'm his trainer, right? He goes on the radio, WIP, and there's Sam and Mick from USA Today writes an article. He says, I'm his trainer. He has a beautiful jump shot. I would never touch it. It's his shoulder that got hurt, and then to relieve, to compensate for the shoulder, that's why he switched his shot. Except, I did a little Facebook snooping.
Oh, okay.
I looked up Keith Williams, found out what he looked
I'm
like.
sure there's no Keith Williams on Facebook.
Keith Williams, trainer.
Oh, okay, all right.
I find him, right, because he lists that he trains Boogie Cousins and Fultz. That's his claim to fame. And then I look in the video, and I'm looking at all the other people on court, and I'm trying to see if I can find Keith Williams. Problem is, they all kind of, sorry guys, they all kind of look alike, and I couldn't tell.
You're looking in the video that we saw with
yes.
the busted jump shot.
Yeah. But then I just read the description, and it says Keith Williams.
Ooh, detective.
Detective John kind of came
So,
through.
going to Facebook doesn't matter. Oh, you saw what he looked like on Facebook.
Yeah, but
All right,
really,
okay, but that didn't matter. You
it
could have
didn't
just cut
matter.
that part of the story out.
I could have,
okay.
yeah.
All right,
But
but
it
you
was
just wanted
it was
to
a joke.
talk about
It
how
was a
you're on
story.
Facebook.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
brag about your social media
I went
use.
through this whole elaborate thing, thinking
How
I would face find him and all this. But really, in the title, it's just a Keith Williams.
You're basically Sarah Koenig from Syria.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that proves that this guy's lying because the shot is broken and his arm is healthy.
And he's there.
And he's there. And he's
there
seen it.
seeing the bad shot.
Because here's the other
He's touching the bad shot.
Yes, because and he heard Markelle tell all the kids, my shoulder is fine.
I got this busted jump shot.
I got this busted. Hey guys, check out this.
Oh, wait.
Right? So then, here's the other thing, Keith Williams. You said in this article, I would never allow this to happen. You're his trainer. You allowed it to happen.
Right.
If his shoulder is hurt and he has to switch forms, here's what you do. You say, hey man, let's just rest the shoulder. Let's not try to revamp this jump shot. So then that's the Zapruder film. Colangelo said his things. Yes, I agree. He basically was like, no, the shoulder isn't really hurt. It should be fine.
But John, the cortisone shot.
And the cortisone shot.
So his shoulder is hurt.
Yes. I mean, here's the thing. It's hurt, right? It's without a doubt hurt. Everyone knows. Like, he said it. The coaches said it. They didn't play him in the preseason.
So your assertion,
but
your
it's not-
assertion is that Markelle Fultz changed his jump shot for no reason.
No, I think he was trying to tweak it. And he didn't know what he was doing because he's kind of a I've been saying on this.
Kind of an airhead.
I've been saying on this pod he's immature. And then maybe his shoulder did get hurt.
Okay.
And now he is stuck in this world of I'm in the middle of changing my shot. My shoulder hurts. I look horrible. It looks bad. He got the yips because now he's too scared to shoot. And if you watch him play, this is the thing where I knew it was mental, right? Because if your shoulder hurts and you have to change your shot, you still go through your routine, right? Not Markelle Fultz. As soon as he gets to the line, that ball is up and out of his hands before the ref can even clear the lane.
Oh, wow.
And that is a sign that he is just trying to get this free throw shit over with.
Right.
That's a mental thing.
Ooh, okay, so your first-round pick has mental issues.
A lot of mental issues.
Every single other player drafted in the first round looks great. Okay, that's
well,
not great.
except Lonzo.
Let's get enough
Two for 11?
Enough of the
0
Lonzo.
for 5 from 3?
He led the guys in plus minus. All right, they won the game. That's the only stat that he did. He led the team in plus minus for the Washington win. That's what we're talking about. That we're recording this Thursday night. October 26th.
Right,
Last night, the Lakers. Let's get Joe Borelli.
Get Joe Borelli, a Sixers fan,
to
see what he thinks.
What he
about
thinks. Let's get his take. Let's get his take. This is all gold. You missed out on all this gold.
I wasn't recording. I don't.
John just missed a bunch of gold. Everyone.
No,
listeners.
it was 3 grown men who didn't know how to use Skype.
No,
for 15 minutes.
I explained to Joe that I'm going to grade him. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm a very fair
hey,
grader.
welcome, Joe.
Joe, what up?
Hey,
from the Superflight.
Yeah, we finally having you on Super Hoopers.
Yeah. This is it. This is great.
I like to consider myself a super hooper.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Honorable.
That's
yeah, you've had all the Super Hoopers on your show.
Yeah.
I know.
The 3 best episodes of your show. My episode number 1.
fair.
Yep.
Dave's number 2, and then John number 3.
Wow. I was the first. You guys kind of copied the model that
Right.
the groundwork that I did.
We saw your pitfalls and adjusted.
I'm kind of more like the Bill Russell, and you're like the DeAndre Jordan.
Right. So way better than Bill Russell. Okay, got it.
No.
Good. And more handsome.
Is he though?
Yes. Yes.
Can we just say that Dave Futerniks was the worst?
No.
Can we just say that?
All right, let's say it for now.
All right, Dave Futerniks is
You know
the
what's weird about Dave Futernick is that I didn't realize he could talk that much because you guys always talk right over him when he's on your show.
That's
what
very
makes the episode good.
Grade that. Add
All right,
marks.
minus points.
I'm minus points.
Minus 10 for you, Joe.
Minus Hezzy points.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Hezzy Jimbos.
So Joe, as a Sixers fan, okay.
Yes.
So as a Sixers fan, you don't matter as much as I do because I'm a father. So as a father, I matter more than you. First of all, so what's your take on this Fultz situation? Like, what is? John spent 10 minutes before you came on explaining it to me. Who's at fault? What's actually going on? Decipher it for us.
All right. So here's the thing. They're handling this whole thing like shit. I blame Colangelo.
Oh.
I blame him for everything.
Oh, everything.
I want Hinkie back. That's the end of the story.
Oh, nice. Plus 200.
Seriously, man.
Okay,
Like,
go ahead.
The guy goes in. He like, why? What purpose does it serve to throw your rookie first round pick, like first pick overall, under the bus by saying like, hey man, I also had. He goes and says that he injured his shoulder changing his shot. Like, it wasn't. He changed his shot because his shoulder was injured. Colangelo's like, no. He changed his shot. That's what screwed up his shoulder. Like, what are you trying to do? What purpose does that serve? I don't know. I think it's a mess all the way around.
So what do you think? What do you think actually happened? What do you think's the real story, Joe?
I think Markelle Fultz is in his own head.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he's got the yips.
There
as
it is.
People keep saying
He has
there
the
you go.
yips.
So is his shoulder
You have the
actually hurt, or is he just got the yips?
I mean, I think it's sore. I don't know. I'm not in his shoulder. I can't really tell you. But we're not like besties or anything. Yeah.
It's Joe Borelli, not Joe Cortisone shot.
Yeah, exactly. No, and the other weird thing is like Colangelo
Minus
was
10
like,
for me.
listen, we don't tell you, we don't tell you everything that happens to all our players. He's like, I just got a cortisone shot in my knee.
No.
And I'm thinking, nobody gives a shit about your knee, dude.
I know.
Nobody cares. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Yeah, way to brag that you have healthcare, Brian.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Good job. I don't know.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about it?
All right, look. To me, we got a bunch of morons running around here. We got a bunch of people we got a bunch of nincompoops, okay? We got Fultz. All right, first of all, I don't know what's going on with him.
Oh
but
my gosh.
If he changed his shot without his shoulder hurting, like, I don't know what he's thinking. If he changed it because it hurt, why didn't you just go to a doctor and say my shoulder hurts? Like, why didn't you just? So I don't know what he's doing, but he's an idiot. His agent, we already covered this before he came on. Sorry, his agent's an idiot because his agent doesn't know the difference between a cortisone shot and being drained. It doesn't know the definition of the word literally.
Nope.
Colangelo is a moron as well. What is Colangelo doing? You're running a team. You have a first-round draft pick, first number one pick, who's messed up his shot. If he shows the day one when he shows up to training camp with a messed up shot, pull him aside. Yo, what's going on? What's going on with this shot? You look like shit.
Yeah.
We would have drafted you first if your shot would have looked like this. And he's like, hey, my shoulder's sore. Get the training staff on it. And what's the training staff doing? Like, there's so many levels of incompetence here.
Oh my God! You don't even like. Do we have to talk about the Sixers training staff or the medical staff again? Like this. Here's what's
that's
most
on Brian
frustrating.
though too. Go ahead.
Here's what it's not though. This medical team on this Sixers staff has been there for like the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It's the same guys, and they've handled like all the medical stuff so shadily and so shitty. They're clearly not doing a good job. Right, at least not doing a good job about being transparent. By the way, is why Brian Colangelo was brought in to begin with. They got rid of Hinkie.
Okay, hold on. I got to back up on this thing for a second.
No. I know you're gonna support Colangelo.
Because this is
hold on. Just to set the stage, Joe. Just so you know, John Hill is Brian Colangelo's lover.
He knows that.
All right,
I
he knows.
know.
Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
And here's
I'm
the thing,
aware.
and I hate defending this because, look, when they said they were going to be more transparent, they lied to you. Of course they lied to you. In what world is the PR firm or, the team and the owner, like, that's like being like, I don't know, this politician lied. Yes, of course, they all lied. There's no truthful team ever.
I understand that everyone lies. I get that. But if that's the reason you brought somebody else in, I mean, and they're still going to keep lying. And he was supposed to be more transparent than Hinkie. Everyone was mad that Hinkie didn't talk to the media, was terrible with agents, was not good with players, whatever. And so they bring in Colangelo, and the first thing he says is, I'm going to tell you everything that's going on, and I'm going to be transparent about, yeah, of course he lied to us, but, like, he's handling this so poorly. I mean, like, everything they do in that front office handled so poorly. Like, right, obviously a part of this is on Markelle Fultz. If he's injured and he's not telling anybody, that's not cool. I get it. There's a lot of pressure on him as the number one overall pick. He wants to perform. He wants to be out there. Maybe there's like some certain bonuses or something that he wants to, like something that he wants to reach. He wants to get all rookie team, right?
Maybe it's the girls at Cherry Hill High School that he wants to impress.
It could be that.
It's called, there you go.
Maybe he doesn't know what his shoulder is.
he doesn't
Maybe
know
maybe he was like, "Hey guys, my elbow hurts," and they're like, "Oh, well, look at your elbow," and then they're like, "Wait a minute, that's not your elbow." He's like, "Yeah, my arm elbow." I mean, he didn't know how many teams were in the league, so.
It's like that joke about the blonde that goes to the doctor and says she has a headache, and the doctor says, "Well, how do you know?" And she's like, "Every time I touch my head, my finger hurts." Because she's broken finger.
Minus a couple points.
Anyway,
minus
points for you.
blonde jokes in
Come on, that was a good
2017.
one.
All right, Joe.
I can't win.
No, my thing with Colangelo, John, you always say this. Oh, he lies. But most people lie with a purpose. They're lying for a reason. His lies just seem to mess everything up. So it's like, I mean, yeah, he's lying, but he's not achieving his goals. All right, so
Right,
I'm gonna
he
put an
always
end to this.
lies, and then
Yeah,
he
go ahead.
has to back up then too, and then admit the truth later anyway. Like, oh yeah, well we just we didn't handle that correctly, right? It happens every time. Every time he comes
Every
out,
single
starts out
time,
with a
and
lie,
every time people still get surprised.
Everyone's.
I don't think it's a matter of.
I don't know. It's not surprise. It's outrage.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's surprise. I think we're just like, what the? Come on,
Like,
man.
why are we stuck with this guy? Why are we stuck with this big collared John Hill lover? Get him out of here.
If anything needs a cortisone shot to help with the swelling, it's his collar.
Ooh,
I'm telling you right now.
nice.
Plus two.
Nice.
Plus two.
Plus two.
Put
Plus
that
two.
down.
Plus
Put that
two.
down. That was
All right,
solid. That
thank
was
you.
solid. That was
Only
solid.
two? I only get two for that.
Well,
Yeah,
it's it's a scale.
Two to the eighth. Okay,
Two to
this
the-
is
all right.
you got to
All
keep
right.
up.
2 to the 8.
There are levels to this.
All right.
Okay.
Joe. So just I'm gonna give you the last word. So we have I told you Markelle Fultz is an idiot. His agent is an idiot, and Brian Colangelo is an idiot. Who's the biggest idiot of the three?
I'm gonna go with. I have to go with Colangelo.
Right answer. Right answer.
go.
Okay, plus 300.
Would you agree that them finally saying we're just going to sit him for 3 games is probably the best thing.
Yeah, of course, but they should have done that like games ago. Like,
Yeah.
why are you? I don't know. Here's the thing, because the Sixers have such a history with injured first round picks.
Yeah.
Right. Sit him down. Like you sat Nerlens Noel for the entire year. You sat Ben Simmons for the entire year. You sat Joel Embiid for 2 years. Like, just sit Markelle Fultz down. Why all of a sudden now do you have a conscience and or not a conscience, but now all of a sudden you don't care about the players' health? Like, now you want to play him because why?
Well,
yeah.
I think they want to build up his value so they can trade him back to the Celtics for the
Oh
pick
my
they gave up.
gosh.
How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, I'm taking points off of you.
Counterpoints. I actually think, really, I think you were right. I think you used the word, when you use the word yips. And I really think they thought that the best thing is just play through it, and then maybe you'll just kind of get to the shot that you once had. And I think he was probably more hurt than he let on. And he just mentally he's just too young. It's too hard.
Well, it's
hold on. What are the yips? Can you explain what the yips are to me?
Do you not know what the yips are?
I don't think we have those in Southern California.
It's what I'm going to have after I have a couple more of these drinks.
Oh no, Joe.
Uh-oh. Joe's going to start telling us what he really thinks.
Have you ever seen Charles Barkley swing a golf club?
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Or it's like there's the, when you just, a golfer can't make a putt. You ever see Tin Cup? The 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe has.
Did you ever see, what's that movie where he couldn't turn left?
Zoolander?
Zoolander.
Yeah. It's a mental block, so he can't do it.
Mental block. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. So from one dumpster fire to the dumpster fire of Markelle Fultz jump shot to the dumpster fire that is the Phoenix Suns.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So let me just recap for casual fans of the NBA. There's this team in Phoenix that's it's owned by a cheapskate, a miser. Okay, basically Scrooge incarnate owns the Sun, named Robert Sarver.
Robert Sarver.
Yeah, Robert Sarver. He's a miser. Everyone hates him, and the GM Ryan McDonough also seems to be incompetent. They fired their coach after 3 games. They're I guess their best player, probably not their best player, but Eric Bledsoe wants out. Eric Bledsoe tweeted, "I don't want to be here." And then claimed he was in a hair salon, which is
what a great
all-time
excuse.
legitimate, all-time best excuse ever.
Yeah. Just I just want to thank the NBA for giving us that.
Yes.
Whenever we're in trouble, I was at a hair
I'm not talking
salon.
about the dumpster fire of a team I'm on. I'm talking about the hair salon I went to with my lady.
The first. Did you hear this? I hate to drop other people's pods on here, but did you hear the starters they were talking about? Like, what better excuses could you come up with?
Oh, that's solid. You can always drop the starters, aka basketball.
Oh, that's good. That was actually a segment we were going to do. So good thing I didn't do that. If the starters did that, that was a segment idea I had.
The funniest thing, I don't know why my head went here right away, but I was like, I would just say I was at the proctologist. Nobody wants to be there.
Hey guys, sorry.
You're like, that happens all the time when I'm at the proctologist. Hold on, I need a tweet about being at the proctologist.
I don't want to be here.
Don't want to be here.
Yep, do not want to be here.
So, I just want to talk about how they bungled the Eric Bledsoe situation. So, Phoenix was awful last year. If you have a veteran on your team and you're awful and you know you're tanking, and the veteran is not mentoring anybody and isn't contributing to winning, I mean, you're not trying to win, then trade him. Like, all these teams, if you know you're going to be bad and you're trying to get a draft, just trade your veterans. Like, the guy's not going to be part of whatever great team there is. They should have traded Bledsoe last year at the deadline. This summer, Bledsoe asks for a trade. Quietly, he goes to them, hey, trade me. And they say, nah, we're going to need you. We're going to need to have you sit out half the year again, like we did last year, so we can tank better. Just trade him then. And then finally he goes public and says, I don't want to be here. And then they throw him under the bus and say, yeah, we're going to trade him. We're going to send him home, completely ruining his value. After it's already been tanked for 6 months. It's already lower than it would have been at the trade deadline. Like, how hard is this? Like, how hard is it to be a GM? And how hard is it when all this fiasco happens, just go to Eric, keep your head down. We'll trade you. We just need you to play a few good games so we can pump up your value. How hard is that? Instead, he goes, the GM goes in front of the press and ruins the guy's agent, who you're going to have to work with in the future. It's like, man, all right. Anyways, sorry. What do you think, Joe?
I think that you're exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I don't know.
you.
I think,
Thank you.
I think
18 points.
I hate. All right, thank you. Thank you. That was good. Phew. I was sweating that one. No, Eric Bledsoe. I know they wanted to paint him as the bad guy in the media right away, but like, he did everything right. He did everything that you would want your player to do. He handled it with professionalism. He didn't make a fuss. The only thing he did was when he finally had enough. Again, as you mentioned, last year they sat him down perfectly healthy. He was having a career year. He had his trade value at an all-time high. They could have got something for him. They could have done anything. But Ryan McDonough is a fucking moron. Can I say fucking?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can. All right, fuck.
Just do it. Just do it. We're raw and uncut here at Super Booper.
Yeah.
Most controversial podcast.
Yeah.
I've heard that about you
I
guys.
know, thank you. Good marketing.
You can bleep.
Good marketing.
You can bleep that out. Sorry, I have a potty mouth. But yeah, he did everything that you would want a good player to do. A player on your team, somebody who's buying into the team, somebody who's not trying to cause locker room distraction or anything.
Joe.
And he bought in. He didn't say anything. He was the ultimate soldier. He sat when he was perfectly healthy, which, by the way, if I was him, I would be pissed. Can you imagine for a second? Imagine you're like first cello in an orchestra.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
you're going and you're playing Carnegie Hall. I don't know where this is
I
coming
love
from.
it.
But anyway.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm doing it.
And you're about to go on, and they say, "Hey, you know what? We don't need you tonight. Can you just sit this one out?"
Oh.
I would be furious.
Oh,
I would
God.
be furious.
Yeah, more like no, ma.
Yeah. Nice.
Put the points down. Put the points down, Matt. Put the points
Give that man
down.
some points.
Joe, counterpoint though. I don't want to say what my job is, but if I showed up at my job and they said, you know what? We don't need you today, I'd be like, okay.
I'd be like, great.
Great. I'm going to hit the
Great.
yogurt
Yeah.
land and have myself a day.
I'm going to Marley's Bar and Grill
Yep,
in
and I'm going to tell my
Scottsdale,
wife
Arizona.
I'm working so I don't have to go home and take care of the baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
I actually, I would have the opposite reaction. I would be like, oh my God, they're going to fire me. I need to go to work.
I better go to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that East Coast neuroticism. On the West Coast, we just chill.
We just chill, man. Trying to
Kinda
get
move
fired.
to the West Coast. Yeah.
So just looking at the Suns, I'm just wondering, are they the most hopeless team in the league? Like, what teams would you like?
Because Joe, as a Sixers fan, you've been hopeless for many years.
What teams are more hopeless than the Suns?
Yeah,
Are
right?
there any teams more hopeless than the Suns, Joe?
I mean, I live in New York. You're really going to ask me this question?
No, but the Knicks got Porzingis.
So, yeah, they got Porzingis.
We got this
and they
kid
got nothing
Porzingis,
else.
Frankie Nicotine.
Yeah, Frankie
The
Nicotine.
other one.
By the way, I hate that nickname. Is it the worst freaking nickname
I love
Bill
it.
Simmons
What's wrong
ever
with
gave?
it?
Frankie Nicotine. It's just annoying. Like Frankie Nicotine. Oh, so dumb.
It is
I
pretty
hate
bad.
it. I'm
It's
sorry.
like,
I
let's
love
not
it.
encourage smoking to kids.
Yeah, seriously.
But then again, most New Yorkers are smoking by age 4.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. Most people that are here are like transplants.
He's talking about the air
quality.
quality, Joe. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
You
That's
got-
fair. The air
yeah.
quality sucks.
No, I think there's a correct answer.
Joe is
think,
wearing Tim's right now in
yeah.
bed.
Joe, is that pizza wrap behind you?
That's a pizza wrap behind you.
yeah. Mamma mia.
I think the Pelicans are more hopeless. Like I think the Pelicans are more hopeless than the Suns, and I think Chicago's more hopeless. I think.
Well, okay. So if we're talking about this immediate point in right now, no, the Suns are the worst.
Yeah.
The Suns are the worst because the Pelicans have Boogie, they have AD, and they have Drew Holiday
for now.
Or-
For now, they have Drew.
Yeah.
They have Drew Holiday's contract, and they have
Yeah, I
AD
know.
for now, and they have Boogie for now. But
Right, but they're not hopeless right now. And then who's the other team you said? The Bulls.
Bulls.
All right, the Bulls are shite.
I would rather be a fan of the
Bulls are
Suns
so
because
bad.
at least with the Suns, you got Devin Booker.
Actually,
you could root for Devin Booker.
You might be right.
Yeah, Josh Jackson might be good. You can root for those guys. Dragan Bender. I don't know. Maybe he's a thing, but his name's Dragan, so yeah, root for that.
Just call him Dragon. It's better.
Yeah. But you're a fan of a hopeless team or a formerly hopeless team, the Sixers. Do you have any advice, Joe? Do you have any advice for our Suns listeners out there?
Here's my advice to all the hopeless fans out there of a hopeless team: get yourself a hobby. I recommend a podcast.
Yes. Yes. Very
never
smart.
fails.
I would like to say, look, to all you Suns fans out there, you don't have to be a Suns fan. There's another rising team out
Oh,
west.
God.
Got a lot of good, exciting rookies. Oh, and this team I speak of, most of the fans are bandwagon fans.
Yeah.
So come on aboard. Come on. Become a Lakers fan. Just switch to the Lakers, all right? We'll take you in. All our fans are bandwagon fans. It's okay.
What? Let me ask you about that. What is that whole thing like? I know as a guy who's from the Philadelphia area, and John, you can back me up on
Yes.
this one. Like, don't you get upset when people try and jump on the bandwagon for your team?
Oh.
Does it bother you at all?
You know, it does if they weren't previous fans. I don't
Isn't
fault...
that what a bandwagon fan means?
No. I don't fault... like, when the Sixers were really, really bad, I don't fault any previous Sixers fan that was like, I just can't deal with this. You know, like, I'm... Like, right now, I don't watch the Philadelphia Phillies because they're really bad, and I just don't have the time to keep up with, you know... I love them, and if they start showing improvements, I'll probably get back. I'll get excited again. If you're just like all of a sudden a Philly fan, you know, and you hated the Sixers or something like that, then I'd be pretty pissed. I'd be like, you know. But then again, I don't even care. People do whatever they want.
Yeah, I guess it's a for me. I don't know. I think it's a East Coast thing where we claim our teams so hard, so personally.
Yeah.
Like we really feel an attachment to them, and like anybody who's trying to jump in with our team when you weren't here to begin with. It just feels like a...
No, that's true. Especially,
you're not part of my tribe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you were a hater during it. Like, if you were the guy that was like, Embiid sucks, the process is stupid, blah, blah. Then now you can't... Basically Bill Simmons. You can't be that guy. You know, you can't be like, you guys are dumb, and now be like, oh, my God, this team's great. I told you. Like, that is wrong.
From my perspective... If someone's happy following a team, you know, I don't mind other people's happiness. Don't count another man's money.
Yeah, but that's a man who needs that. He has to put up that because you're protecting
Joe,
yourself.
There may be audio tapes of me denouncing my Laker fandom and declaring myself a Warriors fan. Yeah, so I need.
Yeah, he needs it now that he's back. Yeah, he's got
that I'm back.
a little NBA Ronin boy.
I have some more advice. I have some more advice for Suns fans.
Uh-oh.
My advice.
This sounds like a bit that's coming up.
Become a billionaire. Just take some time. Become a billionaire. Buy the team. How hard can it be?
Not that hard. Oh, buy the team. I love it.
Okay, if you can't become a billionaire, find the local billionaire that could buy the team.
Ooh.
Find out what he's into.
Ooh.
So say he's into the ladies, right?
Ooh.
Get some escorts. Buy some escorts. Then you tell the escorts, pretend like basketball is really cool. Because rich people aren't cool. They just like to hang out with cool people. So you send the girls over to him, and they're like, oh, we love basketball. Basketball is the new thing. Oh, the Phoenix Suns. And he's like, oh, I could buy the Phoenix Suns to impress you. There you go. Now you got a new owner who's presumably any owner is better than Robert Sarver. That's what you need to do. You need to get rid of him. My last piece of advice.
You're saying as a 42-year-old man, I could hang out with some really wealthy dude and convince him to buy an NBA team to prove that he's cool.
Joe, if you were cool. I don't know if you're cool. I don't know. I have enough information. I assume you're an artist in New York. Maybe you're cool. If the rich dude thought you were cool, you could hang out with him. You'd be like, yo, basketball's what's hip, dog. I don't know how cool people talk. I'm not cool, but maybe that's what maybe that's how they talk. Yo, you know what's happening in the streets, rich dude? It's basketball. Anyways. Got
it.
Let's just do that. Listeners can't see how I move my head. You gotta move your head. That's how cool people move their head from side to side a lot.
Oh my God, you look like Quagmire.
Hey, I'm gonna buy this.
That's my new
I'm gonna
character.
hire this escort to have sex with these billionaires. But then I'm gonna have the escort whisper, "Buy the Suns," and then
right as he climaxes.
then Robert Sarver won't be there.
Yeah.
That's a great solution, creep boy.
This whole thing got really creepy.
It got really fast.
Oh, welcome to the Super Hoopers, Joe.
I know.
Welcome to the Super Hoopers.
Matt-
It wasn't
Matt
creepy until you
creeps
said it
everyone
was
out.
creepy. Negative 100 points. Okay.
Damn it.
All right. I have another question. It's an actual basketball question. So we'll just go through it real fast. Which of these early surprise teams are for real? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the team. You tell me if they're for real or not. The Orlando Magic.
No.
Wrong. They're for real. Okay. That was the wrong answer. Sorry.
Not real.
No, they're for real, dude. They got Aaron Gordon, man. He's good. They got Frank Vogel. They're coming up, man.
Remember when he was bad last year?
One of these. Look, it took a
the year
year to
before
gel.
that.
And
And the year before
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next team.
Remember when their point differential's horrible?
The Orlando Magic's money, man. One of these crappy East teams is going to make the playoffs. You'll see.
All right.
Speaking of crappy East teams, the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, formerly the New Jersey Swamp Dragons. The Brooklyn Nets, I think they're 3-1, or they just beat the Cavs. They're 3-2, maybe. The Brooklyn Nets. Go ahead.
Before I answer this question, wrap your mind around this. The Brooklyn Nets actually have a better record than the Sixers right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are they for real?
And they beat the Cavs.
Are they for?
No.
Okay,
No, they're not for real. But they're going to have a nice start to the season.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
very
Okay,
true.
you're 1 for 2. Okay, next one. The Clippers. Are the Clippers for real, Joe?
Yeah, man, this is a hard one. I'll go with yes. I think the Clippers are for real.
Oh, you got it right. You got it right.
Correct
Yeah, as long
answer.
as they stay healthy. As long as they stay healthy.
Yeah,
Blake?
Milos Teodosic
Man,
is already out.
Yeah.
right?
Well, I told you he was going to be out.
Yeah.
You old Europeans never play well.
Right.
It
That's
just
true.
doesn't
Well, but
happen.
they got enough. They got Pat
They're
Beverly.
great. They're great for you.
But he's a rookie.
He is a rookie. Yeah. Maybe he just has the yips. Maybe he changed
Yeah,
his
he has the
shot
yips.
between summer league and preseason.
No. Come on. Teodosic knows what's up.
Hey, but how fun is Blake?
Of course, Blake's the best.
Blake's crushing it.
That shirts and blouses meme
Oh.
from the dunk the other night, that was the best thing I've seen
You know-
on Twitter all year.
Blake looks like when your boy who's been dating this horrible, horrible girl that just nags and yells at him, like he's free again, right? Like he seems like he's like Chris Paul is gone. He seems like he's free, having fun, dunking on Gobert, hanging on the rim. Like it's good. It's good to have him back.
Okay. Yeah.
I dig it. I like it. I think the Clippers are for real.
As a not cool person, I've never known anybody to date anybody else. So all my friends are
Incels.
incels. So I can't identify with that scenario. Next up, Memphis. Is Memphis for real?
Memphis is for real. And I don't know why I doubted that they would be good.
Nope,
but I
they're
did.
not for real, Joe. Sorry, that's wrong. That's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer.
I'm doing terrible.
They're
at
gonna
this.
get injured. They're gonna get injured. Come on, they always get injured.
I mean, aren't they already injured?
Yeah, actually, they're for real.
And there's-
Coach Fizdog, the Fizdale, he's dope.
Fizdog.
Marcus All's great.
Yeah.
Mike Conley. Every year I crap on them, and every year they're good. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And Rio's actually playing, and he's playing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Chalmers, Rio. Yeah,
Rio.
sorry.
And then
Rio. That's my son's
And then
favorite movie, by the way.
Fizdale's
Okay,
wife.
Never mind.
Still
Fizdale's wife.
is for real. That is
For
for
real.
real.
Parts of her are not for real.
Parts
but,
of her might not be for real.
but
That's
the whole
but-
package for real.
For real. She is real.
it balances out.
All right. Last thing
Yes.
before we get at me, dog. Joe, you're an artist, right?
I claim to be one sometimes.
What are the top 3 logos in the NBA?
All right. Do you really want me to? You want the real breakdown?
want
or
the
you-
breakdown.
No. I know what the top 3 are. I'm just seeing if you know as an artist.
This is a quiz.
just
Oh,
seeing.
this is- yeah.
Just seeing if you can get it right.
So you're gonna tell me it's the Lakers, then the
The
Lakers.
Lakers
right?
logo is kind of crappy. Okay.
The Lakers logo sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
It
It's pretty lame.
One of those things that was designed in the 50s and they just kind of stuck with it, which tradition I understand.
Before I give you the top best ones, the top 3 best ones, can I give you the worst?
Yes.
Oh, we all know what the worst is. We all know what the worst is. Better go ahead.
You're gonna say OKC, right?
Yeah, the OKC one is awful. What's worse than the OKC?
It's awful. Look, can you look at a logo right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Look at the Rockets logo.
Oh, I
Just
know
look at it for
the
1 second.
Rockets one. Yeah.
Why in God's name would you use such a phallic logo? Like it looks like a penis putting on a condom. Am I wrong?
Oh, that
Oh.
one. I see the one you're talking about. I was thinking of just the one where it's just the yeah, you're right. Ooh wee.
Wait, this one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
No, he's right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Listeners,
by the way,
look
if
up,
that's supposed to be a
either
hoop-
look up the Houston Rockets logo or look up a penis putting on a condom. Either one of those will bring up the Houston Rockets logo.
Same thing.
Yeah,
same thing. By the way, if that's a hoop, why is the thing going through like upwards? It's your ball's supposed to be going down anyway. All right. So the best logos. Sorry, I
Go ahead.
just wanted to point that
Go
out.
ahead, top 3.
Top 3. I'm gonna have to go with let's see, the Warriors.
That's right. That's number 2, but okay, yeah. We'll count it. It's in the top 3.
Do you want me to give you the reason?
It's beautiful, but okay, go ahead.
Well, it's just very dynamic. It's a really nicely composition. Like if you look at the bridge, the way it enters the image and comes down through the arc, and you can see. Never mind. It's a nice composition.
It
It's
is.
a very nice logo.
It's strong. Very strong.
It's pretty strong. I actually have to go with Milwaukee.
Ooh.
That
Is
is
it, you
on
know,
the list.
Possessed deer head. How could you not like that? And it's got the little basketball inside the 30-point antler.
It's
buck, like
beautiful.
You know what though? I will say it's getting a little aggressive. It's getting a little kind of weirdly, I don't know. There's some kind of like alt-right vibes to it.
So, okay.
There's
all right.
there's a little like
John-
you're either with us or you're against us
John-
kind of vibe to it.
Let me give you some backstory. We have a fan of the podcast who's a Milwaukee's Bucks fan who's declared war on John.
Yes.
Because John said Giannis was overrated. So John's just doubling down. That's what's happening
Yeah,
here.
look at that. You gonna tell me
It's a beautiful logo. It's
which side
fantastic.
of World War II did
It's
that
nice.
guy fight on?
Well, that's true. It is a little
Which-
fascist.
it's a
Now that I
fascist
look at
symbol.
now that I look at it, imagine it on an SS soldier's
Yeah.
arm. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little.
all right.
Look at this. And here's us. Here's the 3 of us.
Yeah, now there's one
Yeah.
called the Wisconsin Herd we're looking at.
Oh.
So yeah,
God.
listeners,
Shout out
just
to-
listeners, Google fascist deer.
Fascist
and,
deer.
the Bucks,
Will show
Bucks
up.
logo will come
Yeah,
up.
but shout out to Justin Johnson.
Shout out
for,
to Justin Johnson.
yeah.
And
I
Frank
did not
Madden.
see that coming.
Yeah. Scary.
All right, last one. So we have you're 2 for 2. These
Two
are
for
on my
two.
these are both on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
So this last one's not going to be on your list at
Ooh.
all. I just like this last one because I think it's really clever and it's very subtle, and you almost don't even notice that it is what it is until you take a double look. But a double look, is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. No, it is. Yeah. Take a
Washington.
second look, but it's East
Ooh.
Coast.
A
East
Second
Coast
look.
slang.
Yeah, but a double look. Yeah,
Yeah, double
Washington
look works.
I
It's
thi-
better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 1,000 points for that, Joe.
Thank you.
Washington.
All right. Am I back in black?
Wait, what'd you say? Wait, would you say the logo yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Washington.
I said Washington.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay. No, the Washington logo is great. It's fantastic. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the hand one, the DC one? Or
No,
the,
I'm talking about the ball with the monument in it and the star.
Oh,
yeah, that's
I
nice to-
never
yeah.
even noticed it was the monument.
See? You see what I'm
Ooh.
saying?
Wow, that is
Exactly.
strong, Joe.
We got a
Right?
real
Right?
Markelle Fultz
Wow.
over here. Didn't even notice the monument. Jeez.
Although that also kind of looks like a penis, but I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
it might just be me.
I think you just have penis on the brain, Joe.
No, it does. It does. It does. I wrote actually.
Penises are
let me just
hilarious,
let me
I'm
just
just
name
saying.
drop.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Okay.
In 2005, okay, before Obama was even running for president, me and famous actor Randall Park wrote a
gosh.
comedy sketch imagining a world where Barack Obama was president, and he erected the monument, the Obama monument, and it was a black Washington monument that was 7 times the size of the Washington
Did I say that's fucked up without offending you?
No, that's great.
Hey, it was 2005.
2005, you could get
2005,
away
things
with
are
that.
different.
You could do that.
Things
Things
were
were totally different
Yeah,
then. Yes,
totally
yes.
yeah,
different.
yeah.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
Wow.
Good job.
Great
Okay.
sketch. Great
Great
sketch.
sketch.
Just
Okay.
play on
Me and
every
Randall
stereotype there.
spoke it into existence, and then Barack became president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yep.
were the best 8 years of the country's life.
Yep.
Before
Yes.
the republic fell.
Exactly.
Oh, all right. Thanks for playing, Joe.
What's the final
you've
score?
done quite well. I have you at 12,000 points. For all
Ooh,
this.
that's not bad.
Done
I don't
fantastic.
think your math works quite right, but thank you.
Yeah, but what's that per 36?
That's that per 36. This is not advanced stat. This is an eye test.
An
Joe
eye
has
test.
you
eye
passed the eye
tested.
stat. I tested the numbers. I tested the addition. Okay.
Oh my
You just
God.
I tested the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was great. That was
All right,
great.
Joe. Do you want to relax for a second, or do you want to just go into Get At Me Dog? Did you do Get At Me Dog?
I attempted Get At Me, Dog.
Let's do it.
What's your
Let's just
timeline?
do it. All right,
not
Get
editing
At
this
Me Dog
episode.
is a game we play.
Get At Me Dog is
Get
a
At
game
Me
we
Dog.
play where we tweet at NBA players and we score points if they respond.
Yes.
This week, our subject was one Tobias Harris of the Detroit Pistons. All right.
Detroit. Yep.
I saw on his Twitter that he was always, propping up his little brother, and his little brother's in the D League. So I tweeted at Tobias. I said, G League heads know that at Tyler Harris, set to take over the NBA, just like his bro Tobias Harris did. Hashtag real hoopers know. Hashtag Harris bros can cook. Hashtag buckets.
Wow. Strong.
Joe, do you want to go next?
Yeah, Joe, why don't you go?
No, I want to go last. Mine's terrible. I don't know how
No,
to play
go
this
next.
game
You have to go next.
You got to go next. That's how it works. I always
how
go
it
last.
works.
I always headline.
I know he's like playing well this season, so I was just like at Tobias 31. Better watch how well you play out there. You might end up in an all-star game. Hashtag Detroit basketball.
Ooh, solid. Go with the compliment. I like that.
Very good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good.
I was kind of dialed this one in. I saw him tweet, posted an Instagram photo of him with some headphones. So I said, what headphones you wearing in that photo? Those are dope. I want a pair. Hashtag blessed.
All right. So, Joe,
right.
did you get a response?
What do you think?
I don't know. Did you? I don't know.
No, I did not. I did not get a response.
John, did you get a response?
Those are Bose Quiet Comfort 35. I got a response.
Get at me, dog, in the house.
Put them points on the board.
Points on the board, Lash City.
Yeah, thank you, Tobias Harris. What just helping me out.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was like sponsored, so he had to do it, and
Right.
it looks like it paid off,
And he looks like he did.
and he did.
And then did you respond to that?
I did. I just said thanks. If I tell them I know you, do I get a discount? Laughing, crying face, 3 of them. And that was the end of it.
Beautiful.
Matt, did you get a response?
I got a like.
You got a like.
I got a like from
Tobias
Harris.
Ooh,
So
from the
points
real
on the
Tobias
board.
or like his brother? Like,
No. From the real Tobias.
I'm a
from
check.
the real Harris brother.
I gotta
Okay,
check, I gotta
you can, you can effort it and check.
Let me see. I'm gonna
All
check. I'm gonna check.
Yes.
So,
So
that's true. It happened.
sorry,
It
Joe.
happened.
Looks like you're a big loser on this one.
I think that started when I called into the show.
No. Perish the thought. Perish the thought. Joe's definitely coming back. Joe, you might replace Dave.
Yeah.
There's no replacing Dave.
How's your social media skills, Joe?
Terrible. Did you not hear the tweet I just tweeted?
Oh, that's right. Never mind. All right.
All right.
Dave,
It's all good.
Dave, you're rehired. All right, I got some headlines.
You got headlines.
I got some headlines.
Oh.
These are Joe. If you're not familiar, I just read headlines from the newspapers. Okay.
These are actual things happening in the league. We're just reading the news, guys. Folks, we're just reading the news.
Just a headline. Eric Bledsoe tweeted, "I don't want to be here," and claimed it was in reference to being at a hair salon in Phoenix. Oh, sorry. It was claimed to being at a hair salon, not the Phoenix Suns. At first, the Suns didn't believe him until he clarified, "I was at a hair salon run by Jeremy Lin."
Headlines. Ooh.
Jeremy Lin doesn't have good hair.
No, a little soon. No, not on the court anymore,
David
Matt.
Stern wants marijuana off the banned substance list.
I heard that. I saw that.
Oh, shit. We weren't supposed to smoke weed, said 80% of the league.
Headlines.
Brian Colangelo defended the Sixers, saying that he himself got his knee drained, and he didn't report it. And that's why he walks funny. He went on, "I repeat, the reason I was walking funny was because I had my knee drained, not that my lover, John Hill, was in town."
Headlines.
So you're supposed to say headlines, even though you heard it before.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, headlines.
All right, last one.
Am I supposed to say headlines too? Should I say headlines?
Do you have headlines? You can say
No,
headlines.
you can say headlines.
Yeah. No, just say it. Just say it. Because these are actual headlines.
No, this last
Rough
one's
week
bad.
for headlines, though.
What?
I'm just saying the news. The news is usually like kind of funny. This week
it's a slow news
It's a
week.
slow news week. It's a slow news
Speaking
week.
of slow news week, this last one's bad. Snoop Dogg had this to say about Lonzo Ball. His daddy put him in the lion's den with pork chop drawers on. Proving his business acumen, LeVar Ball immediately released Big Baller brand pork chop drawers.
No, headlines.
I didn't understand any of that.
What do you mean? You didn't understand that?
That was rough.
That was rough.
You didn't see the quote? Snoop Dogg said his daddy put him in the lion's den with pork chop drawers on? You didn't understand?
No, I didn't actually. I did not see that.
Yeah, that's what Snoop Dogg said. He really said that. All right.
Jesus. Ooh, rough.
Sorry.
Headlines.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes the AP wire is really busy. You know, we're not. Maybe we didn't pay for the premium subscription this week. They kind of just gave us the like leftover headlines from like maybe they were translated from another language.
All right, John. John,
right.
last week you did the hackest bit ever. Your freaking top 10 things more broke
That
than
was
Gordon
great.
Hayward.
That was
it was
great.
like hack and offensive.
That
Okay,
was great.
John
I got a
hopped in
great
the time
audience
machine,
reaction.
went to 1982 for a top 10 list last week, and he's
Gosh.
talking about my headlines. Shout outs and beefs. Shout outs and beefs.
Can I beef with those headlines?
Shut up. Shut up, John. Shut up.
All right.
Joe and I are about to separate from this pod and form our own pod called the Super Hoopers or something like that. I don't know.
The Superflighters?
Super Flighters. Shout outs and beefs. So this is the time of the pod where we just relax. Shout out, beef, whatever you want to beef with. Just lean back, relax. Whatever you gotta get off your chest. I'm gonna shout out DeJounte Murray. I don't know how to say his name.
Nice.
Spurs second-year player. I don't know if you saw this, but he waved Pop off. Pop tried to he was DeJounte was calming I think LaMarcus Aldridge down, and Pop tried to get in there, and freaking Murray, the second-year player, waves Pop up. He's like, I got this, Pop, get out of here. So shout out to him. Also found out that his nickname is Mustard, which I think is a great nickname.
That is a great nickname. Why do you think he was called Mustard?
Because of his first name, DeJounte. That sounds like Dijon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Headlines.
Headlines.
Oh, that would have been a good headlines.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a headline.
Yeah.
It would have been better.
It would have been better. It probably would have fit. It would have been probably your top one this week, to be honest. We're just keeping
that
it
Brian
100.
Colangelo one's good. That was people are gonna like that Brian Colangelo one.
okay.
What do you think about it? I don't know if you got it, but I implied that you and Brian Colangelo had intimate relations, Sean. I don't know if you understood.
Yeah, we heard.
It was subtle. It was subtle.
Okay.
I gotta.
picked up on it.
I am going to. I'm going to shout out LeBron James.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw this quote from LeBron. This was his quote. Ever since I was a kid, I learned every position on the floor. For some odd reason, I could learn every position on the floor all at one time. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forwards. All the other positions.
yeah! Wow. You know what? Maybe this Superflighter podcast might work. I think that might be the sign. Maybe it's time.
And
Who are you, Markelle Fultz?
just had brain lapse. There's what other positions? I usually. All right, look.
All right.
As you know, someone who's deep into the plays, I usually call it 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's how I refer to the positions.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah, by the way, here's how to sound smart on an NBA podcast.
Okay,
here's
try
what you
it.
do.
Here's what you do.
Here's what you do.
Yeah, here's what you do.
I think he's at the wrong position. They haven't slotted him in at the 4. He should move to 3. Given the strengths of his game, maybe he can even guard up 2s. But
I think his natural position is playing the 4 and uses his speed and athleticism to play the 4. And then,
in today's NBA, he's definitely stretch 5.
He's 6'2", but he should be a 5.
Yeah, that's how you sound smart. Just
That's how you
say
sound
they
smart.
should play a different number. Okay, that's
a
all
different
I
number.
know from smart NBA podcasts.
Yeah. And yeah. Don't take into account what the player wants to do.
Right.
Or what the player has done his whole career.
Right.
Just tell them he should just do it.
Just say numbers.
Just he should play the 5.
Say numbers.
No. Look, I'm shouting out LeBron because I love the way he says this. He's basically saying, he says, for some reason, I'm a genius. For some reason, I could just do all this stuff. And I think I'm going to start using that in my own life.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I made up a unicorn without ever having seen a unicorn.
When I teach my students, I'm like, solve the problem. I'm like, for some reason, I just know how to do this problem. I'm sorry, you can't do it. For whatever reason, I can do it. I guess I'm smart and you're not. So,
I don't know if I told you this, guys, but I actually use 11% of my brain. Whoa. So.
For some reason, everyone else uses 10, but for some reason, I use 11. I don't know. I guess.
For some reason.
Because I'm just gifted.
I got to shout out Kyrie Irving.
Oh.
For thinking that the floor they're playing on was the original floor.
I saw this.
For those who
Wait,
don't know-
what was his quote?
So let's just give the background for people who don't know. The Milwaukee Bucks repainted their floor to a retro look from the 70s, okay? And Kyrie Irving thought it was the actual 70s floor. So he says, here I have his quote here. I'm all about safety, so we'll see how it is on my knees. See how it is on everyone's bodies. I know this is a pretty older court, and it looks like it's pretty fresh painted as well. I'm just going to do my assessment and go from there. And then they were like, it's a new court, Kyrie. And Kyrie's like, nope. It took me 3 steps to realize this is not the same NBA court I'm used to playing on, okay? And if we all know, Kyrie's feet know everything, okay? Kyrie's feet know the world is flat. He's don't
watched.
question those feet.
Yep.
Those feet are smarter than most people's brains, okay?
Oh my gosh. So shout out to Kyrie, just keeping it, just making me feel slightly better about Markelle Fultz.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyrie.
No, but Kyrie's actually he's smart, but not really smart. It's he's not an airhead like Markelle.
Yeah, well, Kyrie's first year college smart.
Right. Exactly.
First 1 year of Duke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
one semester at Duke smart.
It's smokes weed once and goes to a diner with a philosophy student smart. It's like
Exactly.
the type of conversations I had on the roof after. I don't want to say I smoke weed, but if I did, I don't want to be on tape saying that, but if I did,
yeah.
that's the type of conversations I would have had.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're actually using tape to record this? That's weird.
No, whatever.
That's
it
because
is.
Matt got high before
Yeah.
and decided to turn on the tape deck.
Jesus. All right, Joe, you got any shout-outs and beefs?
I want to shout out Joel Embiid's hair. Thank you for getting rid of the cornrows.
Ooh.
Cornrows, no good. I don't like
You got to add to the height as that's extra rim protection. Is yeah. Anything else? Anything else, Joe?
No, I think that's it.
I'm gonna do a little shout out. I'm gonna shout.
Okay, go ahead.
A little shout out, happy birthday to our boy Alex Kavutsky. I went to see him last night. Also shout out to Ariel Gardner of Alex and Ariel, and they got a couple new films out. And it's been fun. Ariel's a Lakers fan, a real Lakers fan. Been a Lakers fan his whole life. He's also got to see a lot of my old friends last night. I stayed out past my bedtime. And felt like total shit all day at work.
Yeah,
I literally just felt so bad.
That was last night. I mean, not to brag, I was invited to that party, but I have a kid, so I couldn't go, and it was on the other side of town. Is that bragging? Well, okay, whatever. The reverse of bragging. Talking about a horrible. Once again, preaching birth control to everyone out there. But I also stayed up way past my bedtime watching that Lakers overtime win. So just as thrilling.
Yeah, that's why my fiance didn't go to the game or go to the party. She was like,
watch
the Lakers are on. Do I have to go? And I was like, no.
Yeah, trust me.
I'll stay out.
Yeah, I'd rather watch the Lakers than Alex Kavutsky. All right, let me tell you that one. He doesn't listen to this.
He doesn't. But Ariel, tell him.
I actually had the exact opposite reaction watching the Sixers game. As soon as they lost, I went to bed.
You just went to bed? Oh my god,
this is sad.
I was hyped. Yeah. All right.
Oh, by the way, let me clarify too the reason I don't like Joel's hair as in cornrows. I'm not like anti-cornrows. I just
problematic.
think his hair is so
Joe,
cool.
it was very problematic. I didn't want to call it out, but it was.
Yep. It was. Yeah.
Joe got in trouble. Or John got in trouble with liberal Twitter this week. So watch out.
Yeah, I was on.
Watch
liberal
out.
Twitter came at me.
Yeah, liberal Twitter came at John this week.
What did you do? What did you do?
Liberal Twitter, was in outrage, absolute outrage that the national parks who had got their budgets cut had to raise prices. And they raised some parks had to go up 40%. 25% of the parks, no, not 40%, $40.
Oh.
Which is like, yeah, it sucks. But at the same time, like, $40 is... If you and your family are going to drive to the Grand Canyon, if $40 is going to break you, don't go. Because, you could get a flat tire, and if you don't have $40 to fix it and your family's stuck, like, that's probably irresponsible, right? Sorry, but if you don't have an extra $40 for a vacation, you probably just shouldn't go. My family didn't go on vacations because we didn't have the $40.
Look, if I could pay $40 to leave my son at the Grand Canyon, that's
where
money.
It's at.
That's money well spent.
See, there it is. That is well
I'm
worth
fine with
it.
that price hike.
Good.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. Yep.
Anyways, so clarify your problematic stance, Joe.
Oh, it's not that I have anything against cornrows. I just think that Joel Embiid's hair is so freaking cool to begin with. Why would you put that in cornrows? Like, he has the best hair in the league. I'm not apologizing for that.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're exoticizing his hair.
I might be
Joe.
just a little bit.
Seems a little problematic.
He's a handsome man.
Might have
He's
to
a
take some
handsome
points
man.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe, do you have anything you want to promote?
Yeah, you can find my show, the Superflight podcast.
The Superflight podcast.
Great podcast.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Really
It's
fun.
not as good as yours.
No.
They're just different.
All right, it's much better then.
Hey, Joe, you got a good any music you're listening to? You're big into music. You had mentioned a jazz guy, the Bulls. Yes, and I started listening. What was his name? Sorry. I listened to that album.
Marquise Hill.
Marquise Hill,
is
yes.
freaking tastic.
Yep, and I did listen to that.
Jazz. Did you? Good. Awesome.
Yeah, I did. It was really good. What else? What else are you listening to?
John Beasley. John Beasley is another jazz musician. Yeah, check him out. He has a jazz orchestra, and it's the Monkestra. We just went to see him in New York 2 weeks ago. They were amazing.
Okay. All right. Anyone else you're really feeling right now?
Mastodon as usual.
Okay. All right.
Any stuff like that.
The kids turned me on to this EDM guy, Marshmello.
Whoa.
I'm digging him. I think he's really popular.
EDM?
Yeah. No, I don't usually like it, but this is like pop EDM.
Oh,
this is
God.
This
Smoked
is like,
pot once.
This is like EDM. This is like EDM for like old people or like young teenage girls. It's really good. I really like this Marshmello character.
Okay.
He dresses like a giant marshmallow. I did the cool guy thing and Wikipedia'd him as soon as I started listening to him. Dresses like a giant marshmallow and no one knows his identity. Right?
Ooh.
Yeah. He's like the
That's
Banksy.
cool.
So he's like pop Banksy. He's like
so you mean
he's
Daft
like
Punk?
shitty pop Banksy. So
So
he's
Daft
like
Punk.
Mr. Brainwash.
Mr. Brainwash. Awesome.
All right, Joe.
Also,
thank you
one
so
more
much for
thing I
coming
wanna
on.
plug.
Yeah.
One more thing I want to plug. There's T-shirts from my show, and if you buy one, all the proceeds go to Puerto Rico.
Oh, all
disaster
right. Well, I'm
relief.
gonna buy one then, Joe. I saw it. It's a good
should.
design.
Your new logo is
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you. I didn't do it. But if you don't want my name on your chest, I'll send you a Sharpie as well.
Joe, thank you so much for coming on. You're welcome back anytime. As long as it's not next week, but sometime after that. Not too much, but you're welcome back.
Yeah. Just like play it cool.
Just a
Play
little
it cool.
bit of-
Play it cool. You know what I mean?
A little bit of Borelli goes a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Headlines.
That's what my wife always
That
says.
was a good headline. Edit that into the headlines.
All right, whatever. All right, everyone,
thanks
thanks
for
for
having me,
listening.
guys.
Until next week, keep hooping.
Keep hooping. Thanks, Joe.
Have you ever been to a volcano when it was erupting?
You're now listening to Super.
They a bunch of guys who ain't never played the game.
That's what you say, bro.
We just form a fucking wall.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.